Pulling his suitcase through the water. I mean, that just seems like such a mess. All right, let's take it over into the tropics and talk about what's happening here. So we still have Tropical Storm Rena, and I know you're not picking it out because I had a hard time too. And not kidding, the first line to the discussion from the National Hurricane Center was, it's hard to discern a tropical storm from the satellite this morning. So yes, it is hard to pick out. It's become extratropical. It's merged with the front, and that's going to be the case as it continues to travel off to the north and then make that easterly turn over the northern Atlantic. Now, it may bring some gusty winds to the northern parts of the UK. This is not going to be an Ophelia again. You see how it's really weakening. Winds will be 45 miles per hour by the time it even comes close. But still, that would be the only sort of potential impacts. Elsewhere across the Atlantic, we look at in November where storms have formed. There's actually a decent amount that have formed in the month of November. So you look at the Western Caribbean, that's sort of the most common, or up there into the Central Atlantic where Rena came from. Right now, we do have some thunderstorm activity over the islands, over Puerto Rico, just south of Hispaniola. So will this develop into anything? And the answer is no. There's too much wind shear, too many strong winds at the upper levels. It's not going to allow these thunderstorms to cluster together and form into a low pressure. So we're good to go. We do the thunderstorm activity right here. It is not good, of course, for Puerto Rico and the recovery efforts and any other island trips. You know, we're getting towards the Thanksgiving holiday. I know a lot of folks are planning trips to the DR. Right now, this week, we've got thunderstorms in the area, but certainly nothing organizing into anything tropical in nature. All right, let's go from the tropics to the west. They're flying always, because you don't want to miss a view like this. So this is a bird's eye view of some fog that actually settled into some valleys this week. So this happened just 2 days ago. This video was taken by the Weather Channel photojournalist Matt Safer, and watch what happens right here. You see this? This is fog that's settled in. And Tom Nizzle, our winter weather expert, he's from this part of the country up here in New York, and he said that's the Finger Lakes. He was able to pick it out just from seeing the shape that the fog formed settling into the valleys. So you can see this is where the plane was, and this is the Finger Lakes and all the fog that had formed. This was about 8:30. This was actually taken yesterday morning. And so we had the clear skies. It was the perfect setup for fog to form on a clear, long fall night here. And you've got that air that just settles in and the fog forms right over the river valleys. And actually, that's happening again this morning. So it's not actually happening over in the Finger Lakes, too cloudy there. But take a look right here. This is the Hudson Valley right here. This is the Connecticut River Valley. And if you look at the observations for Albany and for Hartford right now, actually they're reporting some fog, not right in the city, but out towards the rivers. Look at that. You can see it. Poughkeepsie, actually, we're down to 1.75 miles. I think that's fascinating.